Good day everyone, my name is April and in this video we will going to tackle the field study 6 entitled On Becoming the 21st Century Teacher. For me to be able to use my personal qualities to become a good teacher, I will use my honesty by leading as an example and disciplining dishonest students in proper approach, kindness by being gentle and fair, compassion by showing concern and considerations on any shortfalls or mistakes committed by the students and not to instantly judge without letting them justify themselves, and being insistent to high standards by teaching students not only to settle for less, but instead aim for the highest and encouraging them to always do their best in any area. Lastly, positivity by showing students positive traits even you are in very bad situation or condition and to imply that being positive lead to success. Experienced teachers display the ability to develop relationships with their students where they need to be able to build trusting relationships with students in order to create a safe, positive, and productive learning environment. Being a compassionate and having sensitivity to students' differences. An experienced teacher understands the boundaries and capabilities of the learners and he or she committed to the student's success while continuously extending help and allotting time for his or her students no matter how hard the situation is. An experienced teacher motivates his or her students to succeed in and out of school, and so for me, this makes an experienced teacher a good teacher. My dominant philosophy of education is progressivism. The practices that I do as a student and future teacher that reflect my philosophy are becoming to be the model student and teacher by improving my teaching skills and abilities and applying the characteristics what a teacher should possess, and creating a good classroom environment that best suits the needs and interests of my students. I will motivate my students and impart systematic methods how to approach and solve problems in the easiest way possible. I will encourage my students to participate during classroom discussion and learning activities in order to have a student-centered teaching, so I can induce a valuable learning experience. I will conduct background investigation individually to exactly know the needs, experiences, interests, and abilities of students so it will be easier for me to create my lesson plans as well. Yes, because based on my observations, experienced teachers are normally applying their philosophies in their actual teaching as much as possible, although it is a tough task to adhere. In some instances, I observed teachers facilitated a learner-centered classroom and most of the students were actively participating and learning at the same time. The students were interacting with one another and developed socialism and cooperation. And students were able to express and share their different opinions and answers based on what they understood from the lesson.
I see teaching as a full-time and never-ending job because teachers spend most of the time in school. Even after school, their duty as a teacher remains the same because they are making lesson plans, visual aids, and learning activities for their school or for their teaching for the next day. Teacher's duty is not only inside the classroom or inside of the four corners of the classroom, but it also applies outside in the community at any time and anywhere. After observing closely the teacher in the school setting, I feel more motivated to become a teacher because I could be a big help in extending learning in the students and also provide the best education they deserve and the best teaching for my students in order for them to learn. And I will employ different and new teaching techniques to make it interesting, and I will be a role model to them and a catalyst of change and a conveyor of positive attitude inside and outside of the classroom. I would establish a very cozy and comfortable classroom arrangement by putting enough ventilation and also put colorful designs and make it spacious so that they can move freely and they're encouraged to learn more or to study every day. I will design a very colorful and artistic bulletin and also informational and instructional bulletin board to catch the learner's attention and to catch their eyes that gives them awareness to the students. I would suggest and implement safe and very spacious school playground because for their field exercises, for them to play, to practice, and to have them enjoy in studying. Their status empowered by the people in the community that creates better recognition to improve and develop unity and trust to capacity of a teacher so that teachers and community will help each other when it comes to the learning of the students. There are many realizations when observing community, and it can be utilized in teaching learning process that letting the student access what is available in the community and promotes first-hand experiences and also promote enduring in learning. Hillary Clinton once said it takes the whole village to educate a child. It is true indeed. That's why student and school and community should always work together hand in hand for the better learning of the students. Community can be a source of knowledge and materials that can be utilized. The community can assist the teacher by providing the necessary resources that may not be available in the school setting but can be found in the community.
I interviewed Kisaya K. Nalaunan, teacher from Thailand. According to her, personal qualities of teachers in Thailand. The ability of the teachers to develop relationship with the students, parents, and good teachers as well. Patient, caring, and kind personality characteristic related to being a compassionate person and having a sensitivity to student differences, particularly with learners, was the second most frequently reported quality. In Thailand, teachers are allowed to hit the students on their back, but not the other parts of the body. Also, they don't have space for students with special needs, so most of the time, teachers will deal with the students who have ADHD. And lastly, their dedication for the teaching and hands-on activity. Thai students will only listen and keep quiet. If they have worksheets or individual activity, therefore, the teacher should engage the students for more hands-on activities. Professional qualities of a teachers in Thailand. The Ministry of Education has played major roles in this regard. A teachers must have minimum qualifications with a bachelor's degree in education or the equivalent of other degrees as accredited by the teachers. Council of the Thailand, she should have experience and maintain or improve her performance according to the MOS standards, and lastly, the Code of Ethics. Requirement to become professional teachers in Thailand. First, bachelor's degree diploma or higher. Second, teaching English as a foreign language or TEFL certificate. Third, non-immigrant business, visa or Go Visa run. Fourth, a good pictures and a good attitude. Yes, because she has the most qualities that the teachers possess. Teachers nowadays are critical thinker and intelligent. She's an expert in teaching, and she can be able to meet the challenges of global education because that was her mission as a teacher. There are similarities like with a bachelor's degree diploma, past national exam. There are also some differences like with TFL certificate because here in the Philippines it depends their specialization and every individual teachers are not required to have certificate of that. Yes, of course, because Filipino teachers are very hardworking, intelligent, flexible, enthusiastic, and possesses other good qualities that a teacher should have. First, I improve myself to become a global teacher of the 21st century through learning and practicing my abilities and skills to be more effective teachers and to be teachers who can change the world. I can see myself teaching and inspiring children to be better person and must be able to do where they are good at.
So, episode 6, close encounter with a beginning professional teacher. And the name of the teacher that I interviewed is Ma'am Jenny Joquino. And she is teaching at FVR Elementary School. And the grade level that she is teaching is grade level 6. So, first question is, where did you earn your degree and when? So, she earned her degree at Mindanao State University at June 2016. Next question is, how did your university prepare you to become a good teacher? So, according to her, a lot of seminars and training. And next question is, when did you pass the licensure examination for teacher or the LET, and what was your passing rate? So, she passed the licensure examinations for teachers in November 2016, and her passing rate is 80%. Next question is, where did you start teaching as a professional? So, uh, she started teaching as a professional in June 2018. I also asked her if what makes her happy as a teacher. So, according to her, when she see her students learn and apply all the lesson that she discussed. And the next question is, what disappoints you as a teacher? So her answer is, next question is, what professional development activities slash trainings have you participated in? So her answer is, way of master. And next question is, are you a member of a professional organization? And what is the name of the organization? Her answer is no. And next question is, as a professional teacher, what code of conduct do you strictly follow? And can you name the specific behavior that should be followed to the utmost? So our answer is classroom management and student-centered learning. And what kind of professional teacher would you dream to become before you retire? So her answer is, just a simple teacher who can touch the heart of my students. And also, masteral professional degree is enough for her. Next is, close encounter with an expert or sterling teacher with an 15 years teaching experience. So the name of the teacher is Ma'am Marilu Di Loro. And first question is, are you satisfied with your job as a professional teacher for the past few years? If yes, why? And if no, why not? So her answer is yes, because I left legacy I can be proud of. And next question is, what are the things that you do as an expert professional teacher that make you happy and sad? So when my teaching become effective and I see to it that I teach very well. And I also asked her if what was your most unforgettable experience as an expert professional teacher. And so according to her, when I have been an MTAP trainer who was most of the time, and my pupils were number one in 1986 who reached the required level. And this was repeated at in 2005. Next question is, what do you consider as your most significant contribution to teaching profession? So according to her, when my students finish their studies and be able to pass the board exams and become successful in their lives. What are your plans for the future as an expert professional teacher? So, according to her, my plans are to teach younger professional teachers and share my experience to them. I hope they will be like me. So, next question is, have you been promoted in your job and why were you promoted? So according to her, yes, and because reflections and insights based on the answers given by the teachers you interviewed, do they reflect a true professional teacher? So why do you think so? And my answer is yes, because they are professional in their teaching and they possess characteristics of a good and true professional teacher. They inspire a lot of students and they mold them into a better person that they can be, and they are one who teach them to do what they can and what they should be. And why don't you think so? So maybe because they are not perfect, so as nobody is perfect, so they might did something wrong, but I think it's for them to be better and for them to learn from. The next question is, based on the interviews that you conducted, is being a professional teacher a fulfilling job and why? So for me, yes, because it's the one who made all the professions that students wanted to be. There are no doctors, engineers, lawyer, and pilot, and so on. If there are no teachers, so teachers are for me the nation builders. So last question is, considering that you will be able a future professional teacher, what standards of behavior should you uphold based on the code of ethics for professional teachers? So for me, every teacher shall uphold the highest possible standards of quality education and shall make the best preparations for the career of teaching and shall be at his best all the times and in the practice of his profession.